Hello and welcome to this Amati Technical channel. So, so we are continuing with the tutorial on road design in SW Road V2 Professional. This is day 2. So today we're gonna learn how to create a topographic map in SW Road V2 Professional. So here I have SW Road V2 Professional open. So let's open the previous project. So if you have remember it, we have given the name of the our project road 2.5 kilometer. So let's open it. So here you can see we have loaded the point. So before creating anything, let's discuss something about the project. So what kind of road we are designing. So let me open the slide. So you can see here is some detail of our road. So the the road falls on the feeder road type 4. The terrain classification will be a mountain. So the length of the road will be roughly 2 kilometer or 2.5 kilometer. So for a design standard, we're gonna go with 30 kilometer per hour. The maximum gradient will be 10%, but the exceptional gradient may be 20%, but not more than 20%. The cross section of the road is right of way is 30 meter, that is 15 meter on either side, and the formation width will be 8.2 meter. We're gonna discuss this just a little bit later. And the carriageway width will be 2.75 meter on both sides, so the total width of the carriageway will be 5.5 meter. Shoulder width will be 0.75 meter on either side. The type of this side drain will be drain A, trapezoidal, and the camber slope of the carriageway will be 2.5%, and the shoulder camber will be same as carriageway camber 2.5, and the road will be DVST road, double surface treatment road, or you can say double bituminous surface treatment road. And the thickness of the subbase we're gonna limit to the 200 mm thickness, and the base will be 150 mm thick. And for the quarter line and the field line, we'll go with 1 is 0.35 and 1 is to 1.5. Here you can see in the figure. Let's zoom a little bit big here. So this is our road which we're gonna design. So here you can see this is a DVST road of the carriageway 5.5 meter with extra widening, and we have shoulder on both sides 0.75 meter, and the total width of the road including drain, the width of the drain will be 1.2 meters. So the total road width including drain will be 8.2 meters. So if you are curious about how this data we have assumed it, you can go to the road standard NRS 2070. Let me open some Excel file. So here is, so this is the Nepal road standard 2070. I have inputted all the important data to the Excel file. So the road will be our further road, and it's a mountainous. And for the design speed, we have taken 30 kilometer per hour as the road class fall under type 4. This we don't need for now. Stopping side distance, let's say for speed 30 kilometer, the stop side distance will be 30 meter. Overtaking distance for the speed 30 kilometer we don't have, so we'll take the minimum overtaking distance as 165. This is the minimum horizontal radius to be provided for a type 4 road. So here you can see when no supervision is provided, these are of value with respect to the design speed, and when maximum supervision of 10% provided, these are of value. So the length of transition curve. So if you are including simple crop or with transition curve, for the radius 30 meter, the length of transition curve should be 30 meter. And here are some design parameter for the hairpin bends. So the minimum radius of curve for the hairpin bend will be 15 meter, and the length of transition curve also needed is 50 km, and the design speed on that hairpin bend will be 20 km per hour with maximum slow elevation of 10%, and minimum distance between the successive hairpin bends should be 60 meter apart. And for the extra widening, this will be calculated by the software. So for how it falls under the intermediate lane. So here we can only see single lane, double lane, and multiple lane value. So for the maximum gradient, so as discussed before, we have uh, given 10% as the maximum gradient for the 30 kilometer per hour road. And if this doesn't matches for some condition, we can go up to 12, but this is the exceptional gradient. So the maximum critical length of the gradient, we can't go higher than 150 because we have the maximum gradient of 10%. So the maximum critical length for that 10% gradient is 150 meter. The value of k for summit curve for 30 kilometer design speed is 4, and for the valley curve is 6. And here you can see in the Nepal road is standard, you can see the lane width for the intermediate lane is 5.5 meter with 2.75 meter on either side, and for the multiple lane is 3.5 meter per lane. So we're gonna go with this one, 5.5 meter, and the width of shoulder for the class 5 is 1.5 meter. That will be, so here we have considered 0.75 meter each on either side, so the total width of the main shoulder will be 1.5 meter. And for the camber, it's a bituminous road, so we are taking 2.5%. And you can see here, you can see the side slope for the embankment side slope 1:2, or you can go with 1:1.5. And the vertical, you can see is depend upon the type of the soil, whether it is soil, rock, that is soft rock, medium rock, or hard rock. And for the right of way, we have for the feeder road is 30 meter, that is 50 meter on either way. So for the vertical clearance of the electric wires and cable, this as per the voltage, there should be a minimum vertical clearance of, let's say for voltage 110, that is 7 meter, 132, 7.5, and the list goes on. So with a footpath, we don't need for now. This we don't need for now. So these are the value that I have included in my design. So let's close this for now. So yeah, this is the background of our road. So let's jump to the AutoCAD. Sorry, SW road. So here you can see we have imported our points in the previous lecture. So now we're gonna create some feature line. So before creating the feature line, so let's create a counter. So let's go to draw quick counter, and here you can see no terrain model selected. This is because we haven't created any DTM. So click on DTM, generate DTM. So let's just select all for now. Okay, here it is saying that DTM is generated. So click on contour, draw quick contour, draw. So here you can see our contour is created, but if you have noticed one thing, the contour is jumping from here to there and from here to there, but in real field we don't do like this. So we have to mark certain boundary over this surveyed road. So let's go and draw some boundary. Click on boundary, and you can draw manually, or you can do it auto generated, auto boundary. Let's click generate. Okay. So here you can see our boundary is generated automatically. So again, I'm gonna go to the DTM, generate DTM, click on OK, DTM generated. So let's go to contour, draw quick contour, draw. So now you can see there is some refinement in our contour, but if you see, here's something, our contour is again jumping from this road to this road and vice versa here and also here. So we have to omit this one also. So to omit this one, let's select the boundary line. We can either move the node like this one, or let's say we did whole boundary and again create the new boundary. So I'm gonna opt this second one. So in this way we can do it as per our reference. So I don't want this counter jumping from here to there. So click the starting point. Since this boundary is again trying to create in another place, so just right click on your mouse and voila, your boundary is created. So but you can see our contour is again jumping out of the boundary because we have created boundary later after creating the contour. So again we have to create our generated DTM. We can okay, go to DTM, click on contour, draw contour. So now you can see some refinement in our contour. So now let's create a feature line. So before creating a feature line, you can see on your left side of your panel, you can see the layers, and here you can see SWDTM layer. So we need to create a feature line. So this is the feature line. So here first, let's say these are the points. So here you can see this is the existing center line and this is a road edge. So you can first go and create a road edge line. So I'm gonna create a add a layer, new layer, and the name of the new layer will be let's create road edge, and the color I'm gonna go with this one. Click on okay, the line will be solid, which will be one. Click add. So here you can see our new layer SWDTM layer has been created. So here you can see the active layer. We are now is road edge. If you select feature, our active layer is feature. So in the road edge, we're gonna go and create the 3D polyline 49. So here you can now create a feature line. So I'm gonna go with edge of pavement. So here if you start from here, go and select the next node, and you have to keep in mind that you can't just end the feature line somewhere just here and go and click here. So this is the wrong practice and it will create error at the time of creating or generating the detail layer. So right click and here you can see there is error. Just click this vertex and delete vertex. So you have to create here is a pavement feature line in this way. So again I'm gonna start from here. So let's say where is the next point, is here. So if you have noticed now, we are having some difficulty in snapping the edge of pavement line because there is too many points in the screen, so you get confused sometime. So there is the next option that we can use is that we can filter it. So in AutoCAD we either use to freeze the layer or isolate it, but here we have to filter it. So before that, let's say you have wrong click in this area, so you can't do Control and Z in here. Just uh, click or hit back button, and here you can see the command has been cancelled. And now again you can select this node. So in this way you can create your feature line. So first let's just filter you on. So I only want as a payment for now. Filter point is a payment. Click on OK. So now you can see we have only is a payment visible in our screen. And let's say this counter is also disturbing you. You can uncheck this, and the counter will also get disappeared. So it will be easy to work on this way. So now let's again create a feature line. So let's start from here. Snap this node, and you can go on and create here. Here you can see I have by default or by mistake I have created. Click on the blank space here. So in the 3D polyline, you can't just click here. So just hit the back button in your keyboard and select this node. So let's select this one. So here you can see I have completed creating a feature line at the left side of my road. So I've just fast forwarded the video so it won't get much lengthier. So now let's repeat the same process on the other side. So you have to keep in mind that your active layer you sit on will be on the road edge. Otherwise you'll get confused later on. So again I'm gonna repeat the same process. Let's click on the node, and you can see our feature line is created. You can see I'm about to finish the creating of the feature line in the right side. As you can or I have already noticed that I have fast forwarded the video. Again I won't want my video to get much lengthier, so I'm here about to finish the creating of feature line for the road edge. So after clicking this last node, don't ever hit the escape button. Just right click on your mouse and your feature line has been created. So if you want to check all of your point, here you can see the rest of point is here. So we have created the is a payment line or feature line with the help of 3D polyline. So one thing I want to show you that never cross the feature line from here to there. So you can't do that in SW. So this will create an error when at the time of generating DTM. So please don't do this because this is pulling the elevation of this point and this point. So here it will get overlapped. So don't do this ever. So the next thing we need to do is create a feature line of this central line. So you can or you can or you don't have to create a feature line for this existing central line, but for this video I'm gonna create this will be some guiding line for our alignment creation. So at the time of creating alignment this will be our guiding line. So for now let's create the center line. Before that let's create add our one more layer. So let's add center line. So leave it blue for the line. I'm gonna add dash. Let's see dot it. No, dash dot. Yeah, this one. Okay. And for the color, we're gonna go with red one. Okay, and here you can see our active layer is center line. Again, go and draw the 3D point, but before that, let's filter our point. So here I wanna see these two line. Sorry, these 2 point, ECN and edge of pavement, and we'll click on OK. So now you can see only how this 2 point, this two type of point is visible in our screen. So let's create a feature line. So this will be our center line. You can take it as a reference guiding line also. So we have done with creating the center line. So this is our center line. So now let's remove the filter and set a point. So now we have created the feature line for the edge of pavement and for the center line. So now next we're gonna create a 2D point line for the building.